I the asshole for telling my brother he's wrong to hold a grudge over our parents kicking him out 8 years ago. Me, 20-year-old female, my brother, 26-year-old male, got kicked out by our parents at 18 because he dropped out of high school and refused to work. Our parents gave him 3 days after his birthday to leave and told him not to contact them for money or to ask them to change their minds. He didn't contact us for 4 years, which is when he had my niece, and told our parents they'd never get to meet her. He kept his word, and to this day, our parents have never met their granddaughter. He had contact with me, though. He'd pick me up to visit sometimes, but that stopped when I was 18 and still said I supported what my parents did. He's married now, and he does welding or something along those lines, so I think getting kicked out was the best thing that could have happened to him. True, man. Welders make good money. Legit. To this, say he has never said a word. That's a weird sentence. This is to say he's never said a word to our parents and has told my niece that they're dead. Oh. Nice.
What's the theme of this episode right now?
He refuses to attend any family gatherings if they are there and never brings his family.
Yeah, it would be awkward to see the dead grandparents.
Probably freak out his 4-year-old daughter. He makes posts online about how parents who kick their kids out at 18 are terrible and how he'll never do the same. I had enough of him disrespecting the people who took care of him, so I went over there to quote-unquote visit and lost it at him. I said he deserved to get kicked out for being a lazy freeloading brat, and his daughter wouldn't exist if he hadn't been. I accused him of hating our parents for being right more than he loves it. So his hate for his parents outweighs his love for his daughter is what she's saying there. That's a confusing sentence. He told me to get out and not come back and said that I'm just like our parents. I don't think I was wrong, but my boyfriend said that I'm rubbing salt in the wound and making things worse for no reason.
Your boyfriend is correct.
Yeah,
you have no reason to go over there, even bring up the situation. You need to fix your relationship, because then she say after 18 he stopped talking to her. You need to worry about y'all relationship before you worrying about their relationships, because throughout your whole post she hasn't really even said anything about the parents trying to do anything, but I guess he probably not even giving them the chance, to be honest with you. If he's telling the kids that she's dead. But I kind of agree with him, because especially in some circumstances, like if your parents don't prepare you to leave at 18, it's fucking hard.
I mean, I think this person's an asshole, and I think the parents were assholes. I think if you're going to have kids and you are going to literally stop supporting them the second they turn 18, you're such a dick. Like, okay, so he dropped out of high school. That's not a great thing to do. And yeah, he didn't have a job, which is also not a great thing to do, but he was only 18. You don't really fully even develop until you're in your 20s. And I feel like if you can't rely on your parents when you're going through some hard shit, who the fuck are you going to rely on? The thing is you kicked your 18-year-old son out to be homeless, and then now that he was like, well, fuck you, I'm never speaking to you again, now those are the consequences of your actions of kicking him out, and now you're gonna be upset about it? No, you've got to deal with that. Like, sorry not sorry, but I think the parents are dicks.
Yeah,
totally
there are a lot of other
saying.
options you could do with your 18-year-old kid. You could have like got him into classes, been more strict, made him pay rent, said he couldn't use the internet unless he started paying for it. No internet at home, and you're home all day, you'll fucking get a job. Like,
for sure.
You know what I mean?
Sure.
So I don't know. I feel like there was a lot of space in between what they did do and what they could have done. And I think that the sister's a dick. You were 12 when he was kicked out. You don't know what that was like. You were a kid. I feel like, yeah, you side with the parents, but that's because your parents kept fucking loving you for another 6 years.
Yeah.
Probably loved you extra because you didn't have to deal with your dickhead brother now.
Right. So.
True.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think you're definitely the asshole poster. Yeah. You did that solely for what? What does this accomplish?
Right.
You got your point across, even though the point was already known. It sounds like your parents kind of stopped trying to make, some kind of amends with him. So that's fine. Their situation is what it is now, and it's never going to really change. And that's separate and independent of you. Like they're his parents too. You can't try to say that like one is right over the other, because like you don't know what it's like to be in both of their shoes. I don't think anyway.
Because each person has a different experience with the same people. You know what I mean?
And like the niece, I feel like part of this comes from like how she was like, oh, you hate the parents more than you love the niece because he hasn't introduced her to the grandparents or whatever. But why introduce your child to family members that were toxic to you and threw you out and probably gave you a shit ton of trauma? Like, I can't even imagine that. So why would you introduce your kids to people like that? I would also be like, yeah, they're dead.
Yeah, maybe it's just easier to make that lie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wonder if she's dead then. He probably went back in the house like, yeah, Auntie Carol, she's dead.
Dead.
Yes, we just start
died.
saying about every family member that we don't. Oh man, I'd be saying that about
No
so many of my
funeral.
family members.
No autopsy
Yeah,
report.
they died.
Just
Oh,
dead.
yeah, I don't really talk to them anymore because they died.
They're dead.
Yeah,
Why do they keep posting on Facebook? Someone hacked it.
yeah,
It's been hacked.
it's a spam.
You know
bot.
what Facebook's like, yeah. Don't respond.
You know what Facebook's like. Somebody cloned and
It's a
duped it.
deep fake.
Yep, exactly. It's
Yeah.
a Russian bot.
This person's definitely the asshole, though.
Oh
I
yeah,
mean,
definitely.
Even the parents, like, I hate the whole 18 thing. Especially, like, it doesn't work in today's society.
And you're still so young at 18. You are really so young.
Think
at
about
18.
it, though. It's not like they were like, you're 18, get out. It was, you dropped out of school and refused to get a job. And if you refuse to get a job, then you know what? Move out then. As a way to try to motivate him. And he was like, okay, I will. And they were like, all right, we'll never come back here again.
Yeah.
And he's like, fine, I won't. You kicked me out and I was 18. It's like, we tried to get you some kind of structure to your life because we saw where you were going and you refused to fucking acknowledge it.
Mm.
And then instead of like trying to be proactive and working with us and still like, you know, working with us to let you stay here without like enabling you, you know, you made no like real attempt to trying to say that you were doing something to better yourself, whatever it is. Get the fuck out. You did it or you didn't do it in this case to like spite your parents. So I don't know. That's separate and independent of whether or not this poster is the
Yeah, I
asshole.
get what you're saying,
This person's
but I feel
definitely
like
the asshole.
you
Yeah,
could be
this is
right
big.
and he could still have that feeling of like, fuck them. Fuck
Yeah.
everything about them.
I would also be like, fuck you.
Yeah, I'd be like, suck it. That's what you say.
Shannon. I feel like her name's
I
Shannon.
wonder how they feel. Like,
Don't say that to Shannon.
we tried to help them,
Oh, I'm
but
sorry. Oh yeah, you have a friend named?
I have a Shannon list. Yep.
I
mhm.
meant Cynthia.
Better name. I don't think I know one Cynthia in real life.
There we go.
Can't talk shit
Yeah,
on Shannon.
Suck it, Cynthia.
Yeah,
Sounds better too.
way better. Suck
Yep.
it, Cynthia.
Hi, Shannon.
Yeah, we love you, Shannon.
My bad.
All right. We do. We do.